Now for a movie rant break, One Up presents a movie rant break. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Movie Rant Break. Got a new guest today all the way from Rhode Island. I got Quincy Jones in the building.
Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, yeah, just make that a smidge closer.
We out here in Maine doing Maine things.
Yeah, so Quincy is a event coordinator down in Rhode Island, getting shit popping.
That's it. You want to know where to get it cracking? You know how to hit me.
Hey, so for people who don't know, I go down there sometimes. You and your brother put on a marketplace. It's one of the things you put on. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Anti-Robot Club. I mean, giving everybody a platform to show what they know how to do.
Yep. Well, I've been down there. It's good people, good energy. And it's a tough drive because I'll make the 4 hours there and 4 hours back. But
it's about the journey, though, like you were saying.
It's about the journey. It is. But today we're going to be talking about Ocean's 11. And you could talk about the marketplace and whatever else at the end and plug it at the end.
All right, we can do with all that. It's all good.
But yeah, so today we're doing Ocean's 11. And let me hit some of these credits. It was directed by Steven Soderbergh, screenplay by Ted Griffin. It was based on Ocean's 11 by Harry Brown, Charles Lederer, George Clayton Johnson, and Jack Golden Russell. It was produced by Jerry Weintraub. And then the cast, naturally, big cast. We got George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, Andy Garcia, Bernie Mac, Xiaobo Quinn, Casey Affleck, Elliot Gould, Carl Reiner, Scott Conn, Eddie Jemison, Henry Silva, a bunch of other motherfuckers, but I think that's the main cast I got. Yeah. Let me see. And then cinematography by Peter Andrews, edited by Stephen Maroney, music by David Holmes. And then it was released on December 7th, 2001, with a runtime of 116 minutes, budget $85 million, with a box office of $450.7 million, which is a lot for a heist movie, in my opinion.
Kind of crazy.
It is crazy. And it's crazy because, like, I feel like in 2001, like, $500 million for a heist movie is astounding, hence why they made a trilogy. But it was one of the first movies that I had such a star-studded cast, as they would say.
Okay.
Like, think about it. That's a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I mean, they had to do something like that in comparison to the original version, which had a star-studded cast as well. So it was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? How are you going to make something that was already good better? You know what I'm saying? So you needed Clooney and all them other superstars in there to make that shit crack. So I think so.
Have you seen the original one?
I touched on it on the way up here. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching a little bit of it. I can't really find the movie itself, so I was like watching like snippets and everything else. So I mean, it's hilarious. I'm saying honestly.
I gotta check out I didn't know there was a 1961 with Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and like the Rat Pack.
Yeah, listen, the whole Rat Pack, Sammy Davis Jr., all them people, like that's just crazy.
I didn't know they had that. I was just looking up some stuff and I was like, oh shit, there was a original that had a star-studded cast as well, so it made sense.
The cars were better.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Reception of this from IMDb was a 7.7 out of 10 with Rotten Tomatoes with an 83%. For anybody who doesn't know, brief breakdown. It's just Mr. Ocean, played by George Clooney, organized a squad to steal from 3 Las Vegas casinos simultaneously. Mm-hmm. But is it one casino or
it ends up being really one particular casino? But again, it's a very big complex plan. You know what I'm saying? So everything isn't what it seems type shit.
it was robbing casino in Vegas and the casino's owned by Andy Garcia's character.
Yeah, who is now at that point dating
George Clooney's ex.
Mr. Ocean's ex.
So yeah, we had like a fire cast. Was there anyone that had like a standout performance? They were like, they're awesome in this movie.
You know, honestly, I just like the little Asian dude because he's always in the most awkward and weirdest positions, and he's either about to die or he's about to change the whole, make sure everybody survives. I mean, like, so little Asian dude has always had
Shabo Quinn.
Yeah.
Shabo
That
Quinn
motherfucker fits in everything.
He
Inside of a box. Like, what the hell? Like, why? And then for a long period of time, does this motherfucker breathe? Like, oxygen? Like, this motherfucker was traveled in a what's the case that the people push through the casino?
Like a money cart.
The money cart. He sat in a money cart, like, for hours, kid. Like, I mean, a movie time, hours. Like, what the hell? Like, are you even human at that point? Like, shit. Fits in anything.
He little. I think he's like 5'4" or something.
I don't even think his height matters. He's
5 foot.
The way he contorts is like, I don't know. It's not human. Like,
well, shout out to Shabo Kid.
Yeah.
5 foot.
I'm saying always fitting inside the box, thinking outside the box. I like that.
Did you think there was anybody that didn't pull their weight in the film? Because it's a big cast, so I asked. Like,
nah, they all. I mean, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon, like.
Oh, I forgot Don Cheadle too.
Don Cheadle.
I forgot Don Cheadle.
Like, they all they all do what they do when it comes down to it. You can't stop them. Like, I mean, Don Cheadle's freaking War Machine now. So yeah, like,
shout out to War Machine.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so he's always a problem when it comes to acting. He's good at it.
Yeah, I liked his accent. I think it was a British accent he was doing.
I don't know, but then doesn't he drop the British accent at some point?
Yeah, there was a joke in there where they're like, you're not even British or something.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it's a scam. It's part of a scam.
I loved it though. It was good. Are you a gambler?
No.
You're not a gambler?
No, not at all.
Do you know someone that's a bad gambler?
I mean...
Or a good gambler?
There's no such thing as a good gambler. Fair. I'm saying it's all chance, all luck.
Some people have figured out certain shit.
Depending on the game you're playing. You know what I mean? But... I mean, it comes down to, I don't gamble because once I start winning, I don't stop.
So you do gamble?
No.
Okay.
It was a lesson learned. Let's put it like that. At one point, I tried my hand at gambling, no pun intended there. But,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? What just happened now, I was like, all right, I realized that when I start winning, I don't stop. You know what I'm saying? So.
But I think that's like a gambler's downfall.
It's not a good gamble, though, because what happens is, eventually you lose. So I don't like losing. So when it comes down to it, I just like things that I know that I'm going to get my benefits. There's no guarantee you're going to win at gambling until you lose. Gambling. Exactly. I don't take the gamble. I don't like risk factors. At the end of the day, like when you jump off, like if you, like, whoa, for instance, if you jump off a cliff with a parachute on, right? You know that you have the parachute on. There's no gamble. You know what I'm saying?
It's a gamble, though, to some degree.
No, it's not, because you did the work to make sure you could jump off that cliff.
So you'll gamble if you think the odds are in your favor.
Well, that's a trick question.
It's not.
It is. You'll gamble if you think the odds are in your favor. No, because a gamble is not a guarantee. If I could guarantee survival, I'm going that way.
I don't know, but
all right.
Okay, if you're jumping off a cliff with a parachute, that's a gamble because the parachute might not work.
No, but I did everything to make sure the parachute works.
It's still high risk.
High risk, maybe, but not a gamble.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Okay.
Is that all right?
I mean, I digress.
You been to Vegas?
Yes.
Okay. It sounds like you gamble. No, just kidding. No, like you've been to Vegas a lot or a couple?
No. I'm not a big like. I don't like those kind of vacations.
I went to Vegas on not a vacation. A friend was getting married out there, and it was Vegas. Definitely took the dub on that one. From there.
I mean, of course.
But next time I go back, I'm taking the dub. I'm not going 0-2. It was fine. It just was a lot, and I just was making not my best choices, and could have been much worse. But yeah, it's lit out there.
It's a little problem. I'm lit everywhere. So
yeah, it's just that place literally doesn't sleep. So me being the person that I am to like be in a place where I know everybody's still awake or there's people awake, I didn't want to go to bed. So I was like, there's shit going on. Like, I want to go
see what's going on.
Yeah.
All about that journey.
Shit. So you don't have any memorable, like, biggest winnings or biggest losing?
No. Like I said, I learned at a very young age that gambling is not for me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, there was never like a huge draw for me. Same perspective where it's like I don't feel like the odds are ever in my favor, so I'm like, why would I just win?
exactly. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing gamble on a football game. Even though they be saying, you see all those conspiracies with like the rigged games and shit.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Is the NFL rigged?
I mean, they literally make movies about people rigging and stuff like that and everything else. So, I mean, when your movies are all based on the movie Rant, things are based on reality for the most part, everybody's stories. So I think to some degree, some things can be manipulated to benefit a party. You know what I'm saying? That puts in the
Vegas,
effort. Yeah.
the house.
Well, maybe. I don't know if it's that big of a conspiracy, but I mean, like you hear about people throwing fights and dropping balls and stuff. There's going to be this many fumbles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a quarterback is paid to fumble. You know what I'm saying? So he can make an extra freaking mil off someone winning. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the refs can be paid. I know in basketball it can get wild. I don't do you watch
it can,
NBA?
I think it depends on, like, I think that's like, you know how, like, I feel like refs are like a cop that would be dirty for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would be like dirty cops. They'd be like, no, I'm too righteous. You know what I'm saying? Like they do it for the job at the end of the day.
But there's dirty cops.
But there's dirty cops and dirty refs at the end of the day.
I think so.
That's how it works.
Because in basketball, they can give points to the team.
Absolutely.
Like football, I mean, because they can make them go to the line. Where I think the NFL, I mean, they could be the balls they use. They could switch a ball out, and then when the kicker goes to hit the game-winning field goal, they could just, manipulate the ball. Like, I don't know. Like, that's not
the fucking Jetsons remote control ball on the freaking.
I mean, crazier things have happened. I
mean,
like it wouldn't surprise me.
That'd be crazy.
But I think a lot of it is refs. Like the pass interference or big calls. If they want to keep a game close or they want to they're trying to make the over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, pass it, like just get them scoring.
But like. The game's the game at the end of the day. You understand how like precise you got to be to make a call. Like you got to be in coordination. You got to be. It has to be other coordination because like a call is a call. If he's out of bounds, he's out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? A fumble is a fumble. You know what I mean? Like
but sometimes
there has to be communication. Like I mean, you could maybe an offsides. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that you could do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's small stuff. He jerked. It's a small. Even if it's an argument that stops the game to change the momentum of the freaking game at the end of the day, it's still the ref interfering on some degree. But I think that's difficult because a call's a call. Like
I think it's definitely difficult, but they can try to work certain elements of the game, whether they're keeping the offense moving and like hindering the defense so that the offense keeps scoring. I think just keeping offense going, and like if they need a lot of points to make the over, keep it an under, they can make certain calls to inhibit teams from progressing or to progress.
I think so. You're right. Let's agree. I think we agree on that one. That was an agreement.
Okay, that was an agreement.
We agreed. Refs are dirty.
Refs are dirty.
Watch your refs.
Watch your refs. Who gets MVP in this movie?
I mean, you have to probably go with Clooney.
Because?
He's Clooney. He's like a good actor. He plays the role all the way through. He's funny. He's serious. He's a lead. You know what I mean? Like, give it to all three.
All three?
Yeah.
It was the three.
Clooney, Matt Damon, and is it Pitt?
Brad Pitt?
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Did you like the love affair element in the film?
Love affair element.
With George Clooney and Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts is a writer. You know what I mean?
I fucked with her.
She's a writer. She's like, I mean, as usual, you know what I'm saying? The femme fatale or the femme lead has to be the one to freaking save all the freaking guys' heads in the freaking game in order for them to achieve the ultimate goal. But shout out to George for being a pimp and a player. Yeah, I mean,
and he risked a lot based on how he thought that she still loved him.
He went to jail based on how he thought she still loved him. Yeah, I mean, like
because if not, everybody could get fucked up. She could have easily been, fuck you, tell Andy Garcia what the fuck going on. But George Clooney bet on the fact that she would see something with Andy Garcia's character that would reveal that she didn't want to be with him. And that was when George Clooney said he could get Andy Garcia's money back if he'd give up Julia Roberts. And he was like, fine. And then Julia Roberts saw that on the cam and she was like, fuck this dude. And then she's like, I'm with George.
That's it.
So I think George Clooney's character, Mr. Ocean, was killing it. And
So when it came down to it, at the end of the day, all he wanted to steal was his woman back.
kind of, yeah.
That's it.
Like, that's what it was down
So the real prize was love.
The real prize was love. It's true, though.
So I guess I do gamble, because I'll gamble on love. I'll do that. So, all right, bet.
Are you a lover, not a fighter?
I mean, I'll fight for love.
Oh, wow. So poetic.
There you go.
There you go. I like the dialogue between Clooney's character and Julia Roberts. Like, when he first sees her in the restaurant and they're having this dialogue, and one of the lines that I really fucked with was, does he make you laugh? George Clooney talking to Julia Roberts. And then she says, he doesn't make me cry.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, shit. And then later on in the dialogue, he's like, I'm not joking, Tess. She's like, I'm not laughing, Danny. Like, it's just great dialogue that represents anyone salty over a breakup. And if you were to talk to someone in a new relationship and that's trying to move on, and just that exchange, I thought was conveyed really well. And it was real dialogue, I felt.
He thought it was.
He was fighting for love.
There you go. Back to that. It was all a gamble, though.
So Ocean's 11 is a love story.
It is. It is. What are you willing to give up for love?
What are you willing to gamble? What are you willing to gamble for love?
What are you willing to gamble for love? Wow. It's all of it? Is that what it pretty much was? Because, I mean, he put it
and
all
everybody else. He was like, I'll put everybody at risk. I just need my girl back. Technically.
Pretty much. Or you could ask the question and like, what are you willing to let go of for love? Because Andy Garcia's character wasn't letting go of his money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For love. He was like, fuck love, get my money. I mean, that's it. Money over love, love over money.
Hey.
What do you think?
Did you like this scene where Matt Damon was acting as some sort of, I forget his role. Like he was
he did it, like he acted like he didn't know them at all. Like,
yeah, but when he's with Bernie Mac's character.
Okay.
In that row, and Bernie Mac throws out the race card. Do you remember that?
I'm not racist.
Yeah, the way that like Matt Damon was defending not being racist.
He's like,
so
no. What do you mean? We actually hire. He said, colored people. He said, we actually hire. You have a very good ratio for hiring colored people, or something like that.
And he's like, colored.
Colored.
That shit was so funny to me. And then he calls him a cracker. He's like, cracker. He's like, what?
I am not.
Matt Damon killed it. And it's honestly, this Ocean's 11 might be my favorite. I'm not a fan of Matt Damon per se. I don't have a problem with him, but this might have been my favorite role that I've seen him in. Because he was kind of like a young, like, almost naive.
Like to be a background player, to be able to push the character. Like, it wasn't like, because nothing was like he was always in a room with someone more experienced, louder, or funnier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And his role still stood out. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So it's like being able to stand out regardless, you know what I'm saying, and of what's around you. Like, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, it's definitely
like speaking of that room you're talking about, like Bernie Mac. You know what I'm saying, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. I mean, but like he was a funny dude. His personality was loud and empowering. You know what I'm saying, so to be able to be in the same room and still and be on tier with that. You know what I'm saying, shout out to you. You got school, you got good skills.
Yeah, I think the whole cast really knew which pocket they needed to be in when they, depending on which room they're in, what the scenario is. Everybody was very believable in what was going on, and it was cool. Like no one was overdoing it. Everybody just did what they needed to do, and it was dope. A great execution.
Absolutely.
What did you think of Don Cheadle EMPing Las Vegas?
I mean,
that was intense.
For the city that never sleeps. That's kind of crazy.
It went to sleep for 30 seconds, and it was chaos. Like people were robbing the casino. Everything went.
Imagine
to
what
shit.
happens in 30 seconds of 30 seconds of no lights.
That's why they can't shut it down because shit get crazy. That's just always open.
That'd be chaos. You would never be able to. You wouldn't be able to fix that. That was only like 30 seconds. Imagine like 5 minutes.
I just thought it was like kind of poetic to some degree if you think about it in that aspect where Vegas never sleeps, but then when it went out for 30 seconds, it got wild. Like even wilder.
It was already wild. But turn the lights out.
It was chaos. It was sick.
Sheesh.
My favorite shot in the movie was with Don Cheadle's character when he's in the hotel and he's like making those mock-up jewels or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was watching the news, doing some shit, and there was the demo of the casino behind him.
Okay.
And it has the casino behind him. Like he's on the couch looking at the TV. Behind him on the right side of the frame, you could see the casino. But he's watching the demo on TV.
On TV, yeah.
And you could see as he's watching it, the other casino is
Going
falling
down.
Yeah, and I just thought it was really cool and interesting to see
Frame within a frame within a frame.
Yeah, like he's watching TV while it's happening behind him
In real life.
Yeah, and I just think in 2001 it was already the trajectory that we have now where people always are looking at their phones even if someone is like at a concert they forgot their phone the whole time they're watching things through their phone. And I just thought that was the TV kind of was the first thing that was doing that before the phones, but I just thought it was kind of
wow, so like a sub message in Oceans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ocean's 11, the sub message with the lights going out in Vegas and then
they on it
and then the screen in the screen like yo, you could be paying attention to it in real life. But you're focused on your screens only.
That was a theme in 01. It's just gotten more prominent.
Prominent. People are actually like on that. Actually, you think people are breaking it more away from their stuff right now? Do you think people are trying to be more in the real world?
I think there's a demographic that's trying to be.
Okay.
I try to have my moments. Like there's moments where I'm with certain people and like phone goes away. Mm-hmm. I want to be present. I want to enjoy that moment. But there. Like majority of the time, no. But I try to stay cognizant of that reality of being out of reality. Mm-hmm. And I think more people would benefit if they did. And I think a lot of people are figuring out because you see people at the restaurants or at the restaurant and they're on their phone, like two people at a table on a phone.
I'm like, yo, how you? I'm like that. I mean, I'm a people watcher, so you pay attention to that. But like, dang. Imagine like figuring out it's a first date, right? And these people are sitting there, they're not even engaging with each other. They're just literally staring at their phones. Like I've seen women text each other sitting right next to each other. Like, why don't you just have an outward conversation? I'm not saying just women do it. Don't come at me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying everyone is equally distracted.
Man and woman. No, you've seen there's like a demographic that's making a point not to.
You think it's an age group or?
I think it's all age groups because it's kind of interesting. Like our parents' generation, you've seen them probably in the past 5 years get way more acclimated to phones. Like they do the like my pops. He has his Facebook feed that he'll just scroll through. He doesn't interact per se, but he just scrolls. Through. You know what I mean?
I find myself doing the same thing. I mean, I use social media like for work and other stuff and everything like that. But when it comes down to it, like I'm not one to. Like, unless I'm actually like reviewing a restaurant or something like that, I might want to like take a picture for my Instagram of my food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe I like to commemorate stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I love a good freaking golden hour sunset. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But for the most part, like to be present, you know what I mean? It's like a gift in itself. Oh, you see what I did there? I didn't even do that on purpose.
Wow, you're being poetic today.
That was dope. To be present.
It must be your samurai sword.
No, listen. I'm trying to imbue my spirit on it. You know what I'm saying? Movie Bleach.
Movie Bleach. Yo.
Bleach in real life. See, it's better than my phone, though. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be, you know what I'm saying, getting acclimated to my weapon, you know what I'm saying, than that I could use in real life than my phone.
You know what's funny is people used to have, it was more common for someone to carry a sword than a phone.
It was. At one point. You think about that. Even though the government got smart, they said, swords and stuff, they could defend themselves. Now, let's just switch it out.
Let's just give them phones.
Give them phones. Give them phones.
It's been a long process, but they accomplished it.
They figured out how to put something else in your hand. They said, "This. How do we take away the weapons from the people?"
On some real shit, though, like, that whole shit is a weapon.
I mean...
Mind control is for real, and it's not the mind control.
Oh no, but that's a wild weapon. Like that in itself is a crazy weapon.
It's the same thing with like guns. Like guns can be protecting You know, it can, but it also could be like this really evil weapon. And people
Yeah,
have a
but
hard
it's one thing to have a phone and a gun. Because if I only got a phone and you got a gun, now we got a problem. So
no shit.
so that's what they try to do. They're like, yo, I'm gonna control what you see and how you see it and where you see it from. But in case you decide to look up, I got a gun. So, the moment you decide to not be distracted, I got something for that ass.
Damn. Yeah, that whole premise with just society and the phones thing. I wish more people were cognizant of the detriment of a phone. Like, obviously, it's a tool. Like, if I didn't try to entertain and put out product to people, like, I didn't have Instagram 10 years ago, or like I wasn't on Facebook. Like, I was one of the first people that like stopped. Like, there's still a page there, but I haven't.
You don't use it.
Yeah, like I saw no value in it in high school when I was, 15 years ago or whatever. And I was just like, that's when it was getting prevalent. And I just realized the waste of time and the waste of, the people looking for validation and stuff, even back then. And I just was not into it. And then get into music and the show and stuff naturally
Of course,
have to be.
It's a tool. I'm saying.
But I wish people didn't depend on it to just check out all the time. Because that's all it is. Like, you're at a restaurant, like you said, you're pulling your phone out for what?
It's not even that. It's like people that like don't even fully utilize it. You know what I'm saying, to its maximum capacity. They'll ask someone to ask a wild question like that they could literally go to their phone and find out the information for. You know what I'm saying? But then again, that goes into people can gain knowledge but they don't even use it for that. You know what I'm saying? Instead, they rather walk around real world dumb. You know what I'm saying? Whereas someone else would have used it to get that knowledge. Now, that person has more value because I can go to them and ask them a question and they can answer it, you know what I'm saying, because they took the time to find out, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, sure, I'm taking the time to find out, but I couldn't do it earlier. You know what I'm saying? I could have utilized the phone or the technology at my hand, you know what I'm saying, to empower myself. But a lot of people aren't using it for that purpose.
The same with like guns, right? Like, people can use them for positive or negative, and it's just like people underestimate.
You keep going back to you. You want to have a gun conversation?
Hey, I thought we already were.
I was like, all right, bet you're right. You know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. Like to get up close and personal.
Oh shit! God, watch out for that ninja sword. Is it a ninja sword?
Nah, bro.
The samurai. Oh shit! Watch the mic. That's just pretty official. It's official.
Ninja sword is shorter. You know what I mean? They're assassins. They gotta be able to move quick. Something this big will get in your way.
That's true.
Unless you had it on your back, but it's still not even that.
You're gonna have to get like a belt.
Nah, I'll go blade, trench coat inside.
That makes sense.
That'd be dope.
I fuck with that. I approve. Yo, guess what the biggest heist of all time was?
It was in Rhode Island.
No.
Wasn't it? It wasn't?
No, in the world.
In the world. All right. I don't know.
It was in Iraq.
Where'd they steal?
They stole, let me see, I'm gonna pull up real quick. That's that. Yeah, it was in, it was the central bank in Iraq in 2003 for $1 billion.
Inside job?
I think all those ones have someone inside. But
Did it get caught?
I can't say for sure.
Were you part of it? Like, what do you mean you can't
say?
speak?
I didn't do like research on all that, but I just
There was a really big heist. They actually made a movie about a really big heist out of Providence.
I know there was a big one.
It was
the biggest casino robbery was in Melbourne.
Mass, or like was that like a Melbourne
Crown
Australia?
Casino? Let me see. Where is? It was a $33 million heist and Crown Casino. Let me see here. Crown.
Hold music.
What's that?
I said doing whole music. Getting back to you.
It's in Australia. I'm born in Australia. Yeah, $33 million. That was the biggest heist at a casino. And the heist in this film was $150 million.
Yeah. In Rhode Island, they had a thing, the largest robbery in Rhode Island.
Mike.
My fault. End the mic. They had the largest, the bonded vault heist was the biggest biggest theft in Rhode Island history. They actually made a movie about this recently. It was like in this building. I believe it's I might be wrong, but I think it's in a building. It's called like the Superman building now.
Okay.
Rhode Island. This building is freaking like 30 million.
Okay.
30 million. Boom, boom. Northeast, and at the time, and Journey Rakes is the biggest. But yeah, they made a movie about it recently.
Do you know what it's called?
I don't actually.
So
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's just crazy because in the film 150 million, there's not been a heist off a casino that large, but nonetheless, Iraq's holding it down with $1 billion. Those motherfuckers. Imagine ripping off a bank for $1 billion.
I can't. But Vault is the name of the movie. True story. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom,
Who's
boom.
in it? Like you said, it's the vault.
It's called Vault. Yeah.
Came out in 2021. Okay.
30 million from the mafia.
The Vault. Is it The Vault or Vault?
It's called Vault. Tell the true story of a group of small-time criminals who attempt to pull off the biggest heist in American history, stealing over 30 million from the mafia in the smallest state in the Union, Rhode Island.
Oh shit, 2019. This happened in 1975.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's got Theo Rossi, Clive Standen, and Don Johnson.
Boom, boom, boom.
Rated R.
Absolutely. Rhode Island and the mafia.
Have you seen it?
I haven't. I've read about it.
Is there any movies that you've seen that take place in Rhode Island?
Yeah. Good Burger.
Okay, so because I'm from Maine, so there's not a lot of.
So Good Burger, I think it was Good Burger. They just did it. The most recent one, Good Burger 2. The the Halloween Cult movie on Disney. They're gonna get mad at me for not remembering this.
What is it?
With the 3 witches, double
Hocus
toil and
Pocus?
trouble. Yeah. Hocus Pocus 2 was actually recorded on Federal Hill. If you want to get lit.
Oh shit,
hit your
I've
boy
been
up.
there.
Yeah.
Well, what I was getting to is like, there's not a lot of films that are done in Maine. There's been like a couple, obviously, but it's not prevalent. But I feel like Rhode Island is more of a location.
Recently, because I feel like there's a really big producer who's a like Rhode Island native, and then not for nothing, like you had what was the cartoon? Not Happy Dad, Not American Dad.
Family Guy?
What?
Family Guy? What are you talking about?
Family Guy. I'm saying Family Guy, Simpsons, stuff like that. Like a lot of producers, executive producers, writers, and stuff like that are from native or went to school in Rhode Island.
Okay.
Which makes sense. I mean, writers, you know what I'm saying, and creators, like we are the creative like capital when it comes down to it. So like RISD.
You talking about Rhode Island?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Rhode Island's so small, so like when you see it in a movie, you're like, oh shit, like I know that. Like you was talking about Federal Hill and stuff.
listen, we would have Rhode Island. Y'all think of it. We were the first capital. You know what I'm saying, of the United States. Y'all be forgetting about us, but big things happen in Little Rhodey, baby.
Hey, I love Rhode Island. I love the people down there. From what I've been exposed to, the people and like network that you have, I love going down there. I feel like they've been receptive to just me as a person. And that's nice because you go a lot of places. I mean, you've traveled around. Like sometimes just areas and pockets, people can be super cunty.
Yeah, they want to be all. I'm saying it's like, who are you? You're not part of us. But
Yeah.
that's not. But that's not what Rhode Island is. You know what I mean? So that's literally not what that's not the at all foundation of like what it is to be American. You know what I mean? Like,
It's just interesting when you get immersed in like a culture of some sort, and there is a culture down there, and it's just really cool to see open-minded people, truly, like as a network of people. It's not just a couple, because that's more of what I'll deal with in Maine. And some of the other places, like even like going to LA and shit like that, like people are very separated. They're not
clicky.
open. Yeah.
They're not. I mean, it's funny because everyone says this, especially about like being a Rhode Islander, like people from outside, you know what I'm saying, of your usual, I'm saying, village will support you more than the people who you've known forever. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
It's
Like,
facts.
It's facts. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of Rhode Islanders feel about particular situations or collaborations or how the community itself works together. Like some of those, like, well, they might not be clicky to you, you know what I'm saying, but they clicky to each other. It was at the end of the day. So, like, but just finding whatever pocket you fit into, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's going to happen. Because just understand that, like, even those groups that you find yourself cool with, there are other individuals who will be like, yeah, nah, we don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we keep our distance. We don't want them in our stuff. But, I mean, but I'm a collaborative, you know what I mean? So, you want to work, you want to do something, hit me, you know what I mean?
Hey, Quincy know people. Crack. Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
But shout out to Rhode Island, god damn it.
Yeah.
I like
appreciate
Rhode
that.
Island.
Appreciate that. Thanks for having me down here, though. You know what I mean? Got me in the mountains over here. Enjoying ourselves.
But getting litty.
Getting litty.
You know how it is. Go in these type of films where they assemble crews.
Yep.
I really love the intro of these movies because
of the introduction of each character.
Yes, and like the development it offers, and just they usually have a quick little scene, 2-3 minutes of seeing who the character is by themselves, and they have their moment to shine. I really like that, and this film obviously has that, and it just shows how everybody's contributing, and what their backstory is, and yeah, I really like that in these films.
Bernie Mac freaking talking about he was sick, so he had to transfer. He was sitting there coughing in front of his while they was signing his transfer for him to go to the casino.
Oh yeah. He's bronchitis or some shit. And also in these type of films, I like it's good writing because there's doing all these misdirecting and plot twists, and it's just like kind of cool how they make it all come together, and I appreciate that a lot. Did you happen to you've seen the other three? Or the other two? I haven't seen.
I've seen them, but I won't say that I recall them. My brain don't work like that.
Same. Like, I don't remember them. I know the next one, like, Andy Garcia links up with them.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the third one or the second one, but what I was getting to, and sorry, we both haven't seen the second and third one in a long time, but the ending with the two henchmen following, Clooney, Pitt, and Roberts, so you don't recall what transpires with them following, like the henchmen? Yeah. Nope. I don't know if that is a tie-in. Sorry for not knowing. Did you see Ocean's 8 with Sandra Bullock and her girl squad?
No, I didn't.
What's your take on the girl version? Like the idea of it? Like, because personally, when I saw it, I was like, okay, Sandra Bullock, whatever, but it just seemed a little. It was bad timing for the. Like feminist, like we're gonna do everything female now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you lead this. I'm gonna figure out where you're going, and then I'm gonna try and jump on it where I'm not.
Well, I just like sometimes when it's like the Ghostbusters girl version, it's like you didn't need to do that. You're trying to appeal to this demographic that is just it's such a small demographic you're trying to do. It's whack. I haven't seen Ocean's 8. I don't particularly have a take. It just.
There's like so many things you're saying right now that could get screwed the wrong way. But
okay.
Thank God I know you.
Like, down with women. Just kidding. No, you know how they be doing that shit in Hollywood though.
Nah, what it is like they like I feel like the that came on the heels of there was a very big like social feminine empowerment movement. So it was like at the end of it, like think about everything on TV was about putting a female in a lead role and killing it during that time. From Game of Thrones to the Good Wife to like everything had feminine lead roles, and if they weren't in a lead role and it was an established thing on TV, all of a sudden that role was pushed forward. Which I'm a girl dad, you know what I'm saying? So I'm all about saying feminine empowerment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
Women taking the lead, you know what I mean? But I'm a firm believer in that's y'all role in society, you know what I mean? To build, give, and lead. And I'm here to protect that.
Hey. No, I mean, by definition, I'm a feminist. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And this Ocean's 8 came out in 2018. I don't think it's as bad of timing as if it had come out now. Like, if you in 2024, if you drop an all-female thing, right now, people, are a little sensitive, and, like, it can be just bad timing because of all the agenda pushing.
Well, that's because everybody wants a platform. I mean, like, just enjoy the movie. Like,
no, 100%. Like, I don't particularly care in this case, and that was like something I wanted to segue into. Is like now it's like over putting like same sex in film, right? Like now when it's put in films, people get really turned off because they're like, oh, here we go. But it's because that they've overdone it so much.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
when they just add like an all-female movie, I feel like people are like, oh, here we go. But it's like now it's
But that's just the opposite end of the argument. At one point, you're like, "Oh, it's like opposite end of the argument." People want to say, "Hey, equal rights, equal this, equal everything." You know what I'm saying, which is fine when it comes down to. I mean, not opposed. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying, like, get your worth at the end of the day. Get your back.
Yeah.
I'm all about that. But then you have people who are just looking for a reason to complain. Like, that shit's whack. Like, stop. Just shut up. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I agree. But I'm saying that like now when you do something that could be, obscure or different or unorthodox to the masses,
instead of people supporting it,
yeah, well, it's amplified now because it's been pushed
so hard. People are tired of it.
Yeah, so now like you can't even have like an all-female film without it being like, oh, here we go. And it's just annoying because I like the all-female films and I like when there's diverse situations in films. It's just they were so disproportionate with doing it in films the past couple of years that now it's just like,
We get it.
yeah, you can't do some of that shit because people are just so irritated by it. But
Well, that goes to like the populace attention span too. You know what I mean? So like, it's hard to know when to stop something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you still have people who are on the wave, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but it comes down to it. Like,
and if you go on the internet and you check in, like, oh no, the world still likes this, but it's only because you're seeing the small demographic
exactly
that's loud.
I'm saying that's loud. But there you go.
I didn't mean to like get you uncomfortable with a feminist.
What do you mean? Oh, not at all. Like I said, I'm a girl dad. Let's talk about that. Give women their equal rights. You know what I'm saying? Let them get that bag if they work the same effort and did the same thing. That's for anybody. Give anybody and everybody their worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. If they show their value, make sure you appreciate it.
Now I have to watch Ocean's 8.
Now, there you go. Ocean's 8. And
I love Sandra Bullock. And their cast is pretty gangster. Like, I didn't realize the cast was this fucking on point. But
Pretty Woman.
What?
Sandra Bullock, Pretty Woman.
That's Julia Roberts.
Is it?
How fucking dare you?
Oh, you know
I
what
thought
it
you were a
is?
feminist.
Listen.
How dare you?
Wait, are you saying that because I'm a feminist, I should be able to distinguish between two equally beautiful
Pretty
women?
Woman is the movie, which is ironic because it's about her being a hooker.
She getting her value.
Well, he didn't want Richard Gere didn't want to pay $1 million, or he did. I haven't even like seen that movie. I don't think. Anyways, listen, Ocean's 8 cast.
Yep.
Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, who is amazing. Sarah Paulson, Rihanna, Helen Bonham Carter, and Awkwafina. That's a good like 8. I fucks with that.
It's a good 8. Shout out to Riri.
And Mindy Kaling, is her name? Kaling, girl from The Office.
Oh yeah.
That's the 8th.
Yeah. She's funny.
Yeah, she is. Anyways,
Moving on.
girl power.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to talk about and let the world know?
Anything I want to talk about and let the world know. No, man, we did a lot of boom. Let's see.
We covered feminism,
We covered that. Covered guns.
society.
We covered effects of social media and society.
Yeah. Like, is there anything in the movie
In a movie
that you want to like reference? Because, like, for me, I
feel like it was a pretty straightforward love story. I mean, we was like, yo, what are you willing to give up for love? What are you willing to sacrifice for love? What are you not willing to give up for love? Like, that shit is crazy. When you think about it.
I didn't see it as a love story, but I think Ocean's 11 is a love story.
No, we didn't in the beginning, but then after deep conversation, we came to the conclusion that it wasn't about the money. It was about the woman's heart.
The love.
The love.
No, I think face value, this is a good film. I'm not particularly like into heist films. Like, I'll watch them and I enjoy them, but they're not like, this movie is incredible. Oh, one of the best movies.
You're right.
It's just like a
But
good
again,
movie.
it wasn't a heist film. It was a love story.
It was a heist love. It was a love heist. It was a love heist.
Love heist. Oh. That's gonna be like Ocean's 25.
Oh shit. It's like the sequel name. Love heist. Yeah, so what would you on the Movie Rant Break, the way we do it, we scale the film on a 1 to 10 to the 10th place.
Okay.
So what are you gonna give Ocean's 11 for a score?
10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10 7.2.
Okay, that's a pro
7.2.
rating right there.
Yeah, because I watched it all the way through. I stayed involved. I liked the story, and now talking about it the way we just did gives me even more insight. So yeah, it was a good movie. I'm saying it was a good movie. It was a very good movie.
Word.
Was that Bernie Mac's last movie?
I don't think so. This was in 01. Let's see. Do you know when he passed?
I don't remember what year.
No, because he did the sequel.
Okay, yeah, he did.
And he did some other shit too. He died in 08. So I think he did all three of them.
That's a good legacy.
Bernie Mac, he's great. He's always, he was in all three of them. He did the one in 07. Let me see. He did Madagascar 2. He did Transformers. He did some voice acting in there. That looks like his last couple films.
That's crazy. You know how much money people make freaking doing voiceovers?
I know. I want to do voice acting because that shit would be fun and it's light work.
You ain't got to do nothing but record.
I mean, you gotta be good with it. Like, you can't just like do it. You gotta know what the fuck going on. But for anyone that's halfway decent at acting and can just be on a mic,
yeah, but you don't have to be a visual actor. You just gotta be able to be heard, being funny. And everybody can do that.
Yeah, I think I could do it. Like shout out to
if you could play character voice acting, who would it be?
Like a character?
Yeah. Would you like do like a talking animal? Or would you
I mean,
like a
I would
Disney prince.
No, it would definitely. I would do whatever, like, and try to bring the most I could to that role. But like, cartoon would be cool because I actually would like to do some sort of
An anime character.
Not anime,
no.
But like, I would love to if I could pull off a X-Men or Gargoyles like character in that shit. I would.
Wow, Goliath.
Yo, shout out to fucking David Keith, what's his name?
Yeah, oh wow. Yeah, they're making a live action of that.
Yeah, like
Other Gargoyles.
We'll see how much they fuck that up.
I hope they can. Yeah, but they listen. Follow the fucking story, all right? Stop trying to deviate. You know what I'm saying? The stories are fine the way they were.
You know we're going to get a gay gargoyle. Yeah, Keith David. He's the man. Glad. Though the voice acting in Gargoyles is uncanny. Or unparalleled.
Nah, they'll definitely make a gay gargoyle.
They definitely will.
But that's fine.
That's fine. We're gonna have one, but if they start getting crazy with it, it's like I said, I don't mind.
But like he wasn't like that in the cartoon.
But like, why add the gay character? I'm not saying it would be the worst thing, but why do you have to add?
Who says gargoyles even have asexuality? They're fucking stoned.
They lay eggs.
Yeah, but asexual things can lay eggs.
You know what? I'm not ready for this conversation.
Why do you have to apply any sex to them at the end of the day?
That's the main point. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, maybe I can voice a gargoyle. That'd be sick. I mean, shit. I'll voice the gay gargoyle. I'm ready. I'm ready. Disney, call me. I'm ready. I'll do the gay gargoyle.
Gay gargoyle, right here.
Yeah. So okay. So do you want to hit some plugs, or you want to say anything else to the world?
Whatever you want. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Okay, hit the plug.
The plug. All right. We going to talk about Anti-Robot Club. Look that up. You ever in Providence, or if you're an artist or creative, you know what I'm saying, get with us. Make some things happen. Love to see what you got to offer the world. After that, also, if you're ever in Rhode Island, hit up Public Not Private. I mean, go check out the gallery. I mean, if you got some good artwork, submit it. And of course, get at your boy if you want to do anything in Rhode Island, period. I got your Airbnbs. I got your dinner reservations. I got your rides. I got your reservations at the little spots of the city. That's me at Icon Media Group. You know what to do. But
on Instagram?
On Instagram. Check us out. Check me out. Let's see who it is. And if you got anything you want to add or offer, hit my at Icon Media Group on Instagram. And we'll see what we could do. Make something happen. I promise. Always a good time to be had or find. I love new things. New things. But yeah, also, shout out my boy over here, Movie Rant. I mean, this shit's always lit. We've been talking about this for like over a year now, so I'm glad we finally got to make it happen. Movie Rant Break.
Well, thanks for making the trip up to Rhode Island.
It was dope. It's train ride. I needed a break. You know what I mean? So
we got a little lit yesterday.
Got a little lit. Freaking, I went through a whole bottle of this.
Hey, some
Johnny Walker. And then, yeah, we took a little trip. Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, they already know what it is.
Listen, good times to be had. Like I said, But yeah, shout out, good for looks and having me over here. I mean,
anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate
You have to come
bro.
up in the summer, like I've been saying, because it's just so trill.
Listen, if I snowboarded, I'm just too bad for that. You know what I'm saying? I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? We were like, yo, let's get it. But I don't like ice and falling unless I know what I'm doing. No risk. I don't gamble. You know what I mean?
There we go.
There you go. Preparation and everything.
Well, thank you, Quincy Jones, for being on the Movie Rant Break.
Appreciate you. Movie Rant Break. It's where it's at. It's lit. I'm over here.
Lit. So we got weapons. We got weapons on weapons. Weapons on weapons.
On weapons on weapons. You know what I'm saying? I got a phone, a gun, and a sword. Fuck with me.
Hey.
I'm saying, don't let me
Don't scare him away.
No, don't. Well, I'm saying, I got you.
Oh, shit. All right, well, shit. I appreciate you a ton for making a trip, getting on the show.
Absolutely.
Adding some insight and bringing some flavor to the show.
Oh, wow. A little bit of seasoning.
Hey. Hey. So Quincy Jones hitting it with a 7.2.
Yeah.
Your host gonna hit it since it's a love heist. It's a 6.9, baby.
Dang. Wow. Sorry. I guess I'm more of a fan of love than you are.
Oh shit. I'm all about the money.
Yeah. There you go. So we know what he's not giving up.
Oh shit. So yeah, no, thanks everybody for listening to the episode. That's the breakdown with Quincy Jones in Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Quincy hitting it with a 7.2. Your host hitting with 6.9. Love all y'all. I'll check you next episode. Deuces.